matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Texas Tech Red Raider. At quarterback, it's Nick Shimonek.
Ready up. Mike 51. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Let's go.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They're throwing here. Shimonek. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Shimonek. Inman has it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now Shimonek. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Back to throw, Shimonik. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Ready to break.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 14 carries, 108 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Here's Shimonik to throw it. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Texans under their 6th-year head coach, Bill O'Brien. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Called in left side here by Jennings. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
The play and production of tight end Travis Kelce demands that we talk about him even more. Not only is he now a perennial all-pro and Pro Bowl type player, he's one of those guys that makes defenses adjust each and every time he's on the field. And while they do that, he still finds ways to beat them downfield.
A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo now. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Let's get it.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
To throw is Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Let's go one more.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Like 80.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Shimmick. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the ball.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Ready. 60 yards. Sweetheart. 5.
2nd and 5 now. Shimmick. It's hauled in here by Edmond. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Check, check.
Go, shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Shimonek. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw, and that will be incomplete.
The 3rd down pass intended for Ryan Izzo.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here we go.
Wild Bill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. Check it.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Mike Mark 9.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Hill trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Easy work. It's easy work.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Yes,
Smith brought him down.
Watch the run.
No gain on the play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Here we
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. This is Mack on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Here we go. Wait, 80! You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Man out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
51 the mic. 51 the mic.
On the pickup.
Watch the curve.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds Penny. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
7-yard gain. The Chargers, 1st down.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
30 base. Hey.
He was brought down
50 the mic. 50 the mic. Go.
On 2nd and 9, Shimonek. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Line number 10. A gain of 2.
Max 50,
Brings up
Max
second
50.
and 8.
Turn back.
The 40-yard line.
On second down, here's Penny. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Penny, the ball carrier.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Let's go.
DJ Chark with his second touchdown here in this first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. All day, baby, all day.
Garoppolo on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just over a minute to play in half number 1. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. We turn our focus to Nick Shimonek and company. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the draw, this is Penny. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
60 Pittsburgh. 59. Ready. Ready.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
Here we go.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now Shimonek. Inman has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Garoppolo dumps this one off to Mack. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
We got this.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between...
He's got daylight. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. I love it. Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
You better be afraid.
Back to throw, Shimonick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Third down pass. Incomplete.
On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time.
Here we go.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll run here with Mack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Here we go.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
They begin with a run by Penny, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. He gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Mike, check. 59.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check 59.
Shimonek. Not able to bring it in. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Shimonek. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit.
Holding offense.
They'll get the first rounder, Caleb McGarry, there. After the penalty, it's Penny.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They're throwing here. Shimonek. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney.
Don't be mad.
On 3rd down, Penny. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Here we go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
16 yards, a 1st down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
On third down, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and the result a Houston touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Howard, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it again with Penny. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He was brought down by Vaughn Miller.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Fight 51.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Shimonik to throw it. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Penny on the counter. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. He'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. No gain on the dump off at 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Penny. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out.
Here we go.
Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. That's good for 28 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Garoppolo. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. They'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He's back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. They'll try to run it with Mack, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. We turn our focus to Nick Shimonek and company. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
To throw again on 2nd down, Shimonek. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Shimonek. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Shimonek. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Texans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Southern California, so long, everybody.